That's how we decided to get divorced, but who are you going to follow? My eldest daughter was the first to speak. I'm going with Mom! Huh? My wife was surprised at our eldest daughter's statement, and our second daughter said, I'm going with Mom. The third and fourth daughters also said, I'm going to follow Mom. My wife's face turned pale at her daughter's responses. Since the children are saying this, you have a responsibility to take them all in. My name is Chris. I'm 45 years old, and I work for a company. I married a woman named Emily when I was 25. We had a lot of fights and stuff, and we almost got divorced, but the next thing I know, it's been 20 years. And I think one of the reasons we didn't get divorced was because we had children. And not just one or two, but four. The oldest is a senior in high school, the second is a freshman in high school, and the third and fourth are twins, and they're in 8th grade. I never thought I would have this many children, or that they'd all be girls. Our daughters are very close to each other, and our relationship with them is good, so we are a happy family, and they're all old enough to take care of themselves, so for that I'm very grateful. That's why I can concentrate on my work. The house we live in used to belong to my grandmother, so there's no rent or mortgage. It's big enough for a big family like ours, so we can live without stress. My favorite thing to do is watching my beautiful daughters grow up. My eldest daughter is about to take the entrance exam for college, so I sometimes make her dinner at night and cheer her on. As my daughters grow up, we have more time to spend as a married couple. It used to be hard work to take care of the kids, but now everyone helps me with the housework. My wife and have time to have a drink in the evening. We talk about our jobs, and we talk about our daughter's future. We're able to make the most of our quality time together. My wife used to work for a strict company, so she had a hard time because she rarely took a day off. But after she changed her job a few years ago, she doesn't have to work overtime much. Sometimes she has to work on holidays, but she seems to be at ease both physically and mentally, and has been smiling a lot lately. When Maria's exams are over, let's go on a trip together, my wife said happily over a glass of wine. She's been thinking about our family, so I think she's a really good wife. And this year, we will be having our 20th wedding anniversary. Our daughter said, we want to celebrate your anniversary too. I'm really looking forward to it. But then something unexpected happened. One day, we were all having dinner together. I noticed that my second daughter was acting strangely. She didn't respond well when I tried to talk to her. She seemed to be spacing out, like she's worried about something. She's in her first year of high school, so I thought maybe she was in a rebellious phase or something. Anyway, I decided to visit my second daughter's room after dinner. Jenny, I'm coming in. Dad, is something bothering you? You seem kind of down today. Yeah, you can talk to me when you're ready. I'll listen to anything. My second daughter was looking down, so I thought maybe she didn't want to talk yet. I was about to leave the room. Wait, she said, and stopped me. I had started to open the door to the room, but I shut the door again. Actually, she said, and then there was a moment of silence. I wondered if she was having a hard time at school. I nervously waited for her next words. Then she made a surprising remark. I saw Mom walking with a man I don't know. What? Maybe she was walking to work with a guy from her company. No, I don't think so, because they were walking with their arms linked together. I was speechless. I couldn't believe that my wife was having an affair, even though there was no proof. But she was walking with their arms linked together. It's definitely an intimate situation. I'm sorry you had to go through that. You didn't do anything wrong, Dad. But you were having dinner with your mother. You didn't like it, did you? Yeah. Thanks for being brave enough to tell me. I'll do some research on my own. Knowing that my second daughter felt awkward while eating with the whole family, I felt mortified. And if my wife is really cheating on me, she's the worst. And if she's doing this behind my back, saying, let's go on family vacation, I wonder if she was just acting like a good mother. I decided that I had to investigate first, so I hired a detective. A few weeks later, I received the results of the investigation. As it turned out, my wife was having an affair. I was shocked. I guess some part of me still wanted to believe her. I told my second daughter about the results of the investigation. She was equally shocked. To be honest, she was the one who looked up to her mother, so the shock must have been a big one for her. Mom is disgusting. Dad, are you breaking up with her? Yeah, but we have to ask Maria and the others what they want to do. I don't want a cheating mother. I'm going to go get the others now. It was Saturday, so all the girls were home. And my wife said she was working on her day off and went out. Well, I don't know if she was really working, but when I told my daughters about her affair, they were all equally shocked. And they despised my wife. I can't believe it. My eldest daughter said things like that. She really didn't like it. The third and fourth daughters, even though they're in middle school, they know what being unfaithful means. Do you guys think Dad should get a divorce? When I asked them that, they all said at once, "He should!" That's what they said, and they all said they'd follow me if I got a divorce. So I thought, well, if that's the case, then I don't need to stay in a relationship with my wife. I'm divorcing her. Huh. That night, when I talked to the girls, my wife came home, and I told her that I needed to talk to her. I asked her to sit on the sofa in the living room, and she said, "I need to talk to you too." And she started talking about her affair. I'm sorry. She was indeed having an affair. Why are you telling me about it? Actually, I'm pregnant. What? Pregnant? I was astonished. I didn't expect her to declare herself an adulteress, and that my wife was pregnant? I had no idea. So, you're going to go to this guy? I'm sorry, sweetheart. Please, divorce me. I'll give you custody, so... Who does she think she is? You think you'll be forgiven if you give me custody? She's trying to sound apologetic, but what she's saying is so messed up. Cut the crap. You think you can get away with such selfishness? You think things will go your way? Don't think you can just walk away from me. No, but I'm pregnant. It's your fault you didn't use proper contraception. That's not my problem. No way. Anyway, I'm going to his place now, so think about it. She starts to pack her bags. After she confessed that she was having an affair, she went to her affair partner's house without reservation. When she left the house, our daughters went into the living room. Hey, what the hell is going on? She cheated and got pregnant? And what's more, she says she's going to give up custody. That really pisses me off. My daughters were upset that my wife had taken the liberty of leaving them. They were really angry. They all knew that I was going to tell my wife that I wanted a divorce today. I was quite angry. I was beyond angry. I was disgusted. Then my daughters started talking, and they suggested something to me. What? Are you serious? I was so surprised, but I trusted them and decided to go along with their plan. A week later, my wife came home, once. Are you ready for a divorce? I'm pregnant, and he's worried about me, so I want to remarry him as soon as possible. She was as selfish as ever, and all I could do was sigh. Okay, I'm divorcing you. Great, thank you. Here are the forms. She handed me the divorce papers. As I was filling them out, oh yeah, about the custody. I'll let them decide, I said. She got a little upset. No, but they're all going with you anyway, right? Because I had an affair and got pregnant by my affair partner, so they don't want a mother like that, do they? I'm aware of that. Then let's ask our daughters to come over. I called my daughters to come into the living room. Hey, are we talking now? I mean, I already told them that you had an affair and that you got pregnant. After I said that, she looked uncomfortable. She's probably worried that her daughters will accuse her. I looked at her and asked them a question. We've decided to get divorced. Who are you going to follow? The eldest was the first to speak. I'm going with Mom. My wife was surprised at our eldest daughter's statement, and our second daughter said, I'm going with Mom, she said. The third and fourth daughters also said, I'm going to follow Mom. My wife's face turned pale after hearing what they all said. Hey, wait a minute. Why are you all following me? It doesn't matter. We're just going to follow whoever we want to follow. That's all there is to it. Our daughters didn't answer my wife's question properly, but forcefully made her take them in. As long as the children are saying this, you have a responsibility to take them all with you. No way! So she took our 4 daughters and left the house. I own this house, so she has to move out. I'm sure the affair partner disputed the idea of taking my daughters and remarrying, but she managed to convince him, and then they rented a new 4-bedroom apartment. My wife and I got divorced without a hitch. I didn't have to pay child support. My daughters stay with me only on the weekends. The rest of the time, they lived in my ex-wife's new apartment. And then, about 2 months later, my daughters seemed to be carrying out the plan. My ex-wife and her lover came to my house. Hey, have those kids always been so troublesome? She was unbelievably selfish. I've reached the end of my patience. She was yelling, and the affair partner was getting emotional too. How have you been raising them? I get complaints from them every day. Laughing heartedly at the two of them having such a rough time, I calmly replied, What are you talking about? They're all good kids. When they live with me, they help me with the housework. They never complained about anything. What are you talking about? They never touched the food we cooked, and they always left the house a mess. And what's with all the lessons, and cram school, and club activities? Why do they cost so much money? Fees for entrance exams, and the tuition fees are so high. I don't care what you say, you're the ones who took them in. You need to raise them responsibly. It's because they all came to me in the first place. We have to live in a 4-bedroom apartment with a ridiculously high rent. It's hard to live on his salary. You brought this upon yourself, right? The girls are all in one room, and then you and him are in another room, and in the other rooms for the newborn, right? The girls are supposed to have their own room, but they're trying to be patient, so they're actually concerned about you. When did you become someone who just says all kinds of nonsense? Say what you want, but you're the one who had the affair in the first place. With your boost at the company you just switched to, you're the worst. And you're pregnant at your age? I can't believe it. You're the one who betrayed me and did a very bad thing, so I don't deserve to take any more crap from you. I think it's time for you to leave. When I tried to end the conversation, my ex-wife and her lover started to panic. Hey, wait a minute. I came here today to talk to you because I want you to take those kids away. I'm at the end of my rope. My ex-wife had had enough of being pushed around by her daughters, it seems. Well, if you insist, it's a pity that they have to live with a lousy woman like you in the first place, but I'll still get child support, so your income will be gone. I can't afford to raise 4 kids after all. Child support for all 4 kids? That's a lot of money. If you don't like it, why don't you just go live with them? No, that's not... My ex-wife reluctantly agreed to pay child support. Then, the affair partner lost his temper with her. Wait a minute, I don't want to do this. I thought things would be settled by paying alimony. But not only will I be in this bad situation, but I would also have to pay child support and be forced to live in poverty? I'm divorcing you. What? Wait. What about the baby? I'll pay child support for the baby, but I can't pay child support for your 4 children. I've been living a carefree and rich life, and if I have to live in poverty because of you, then I'd rather leave you. With these words, the adulterer left the house alone. My ex-wife is stunned. I told her, get the hell out of here. My ex-wife turns around and looks like she was going to say something. I'm calling the police, I said. I didn't want to get in any more trouble, I guess. So, my ex-wife stormed out of the house in a panic. After that, I went through all the formalities to get custody of my daughters. I requested child support from my ex-wife. She also paid alimony and rent for the 4-bedroom house. I know it's a lot for her to pay child support for 4 kids, but I will make sure she pays it, and I will never forgive her. She's just gonna have to make the payments every month. She has no money left over for anything else. She's just trying to make ends meet every month, it seems. It's a real good feeling. My daughters were happy to hear that my ex-wife was suffering like that. We'll make you happy from now on, Dad. That's what my daughter said to me. I was already happy just by hearing that from them. I know that I will have a tough time as a single father, but with my daughters, we will be able to overcome them together. I will work hard so that they can do what they want to do and protect their way of living. It's amazing how united his daughters are. He went through so much trouble with his wife and her lover. From now on, I hope that he and his daughters will be a happy family from now on. Thank you for watching. How did you like today's story? Please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next story.